Welcome back to Spanish Fork Complex as we get ready now for the next series of ball games here at the complex. Just to catch you up in the 3A division, we will have Carbon versus Canyon View, Grantsville versus Grand. Grantsville versus Grand in this ball game here. In the 2A division, you've got Parowan and Millard and Beaver Gunnison. In the 2A, Duchesne and Altamont or Enterprise will be the last undefeateds. They'll play at 3 o'clock. And then you'll have also in the 3A, South Summit and Manti. They will play at 3 o'clock in the Battle of the Undefeateds. So back into these ball games now, the 4 games going on currently. It is lose and go home, win and move on. So the winner of this will play the winner of the Carbon Canyon View ball game at 3 o'clock. So couple more games for these teams yet today. This ball game again will be Grantsville once again as they lost on that ball game 4-1. And you'll have Carbon, who has come back through the one-loss division. Home team will be the Grantsville Cowboys. They'll be in the field right now. Defensively, there are a couple of changes. Sophia Crosby will start in the circle now, pitching for the Grantsville Cowboys. Addison Butler again at catcher. Zoe Cloward at first. Another change is Briley Castano will be at second base. Kenzie Allen short. Madison Bolander third. Maya Fields in left. Ellie Thomas in center. And Madeline Lee will be the right fielder. So a couple of changes. Sophia Crosby will take the circle and Briley Castano will go to second base. And after a couple of really, really good pitching performances, so Chloe, by the way, will take a break in this ball game. I'm sure she would be ready should they need her to come back in it. But she's thrown a couple of really nice ball games, totaled 13 strikeouts today and 11 strikeouts in the ball game yesterday. Doing a great job. So, to the plate first for Grand County. We'll get this right. Everything's right except the name on the top. Grand County, Paige Shumway will come to the batter's box, and I really don't have any statistics on Grand County. There were none available on the site that was taken off of. We apologize for that. Second pitch is high and inside. 2 balls called now. Sophia Crosby starting off just a little bit rough here. 2 balls to the batter, Paige Shumway. Hallie Packard will be on deck, and Lexi Carroll. Ball hit deep into right field. It's going to go foul, but that one was deep into right field. So Lexi Carroll will be in the hole. 2-1 the count to Paige Shumway. Shumway, the pitcher for Grand County, batting number 1. Pitcher floats up at a change up there. It's going to be off the outside corner. I believe that's 3-1 now. 3-1 the count to the leadoff batter, Shumway. Swing and a miss on an outside pitch. That'll pull the count up. 3-2. Payoff pitch coming. Hit deep once again, but it's going to go foul out of play once again. The count remains 3-2. Oh, yeah. Another ball hit into right field. It's deep, deep, deep into right field, and it is over the fence. Home run, leadoff home run by Paige Shumway. She hit a couple of shots foul, but finally takes a high one out to right field over the fence. And Madeline Lee crashed over the fence trying to make the play, but that's why they've got the crash fences out there. They give with the player. It's like falling down onto a hammock at times. That makes the score 1-0 after one batter here. And that really was the Achilles heel for Grantsville in the last ball game. They gave up only 4 hits in the ball game, but unfortunately 2 of them were home runs. So here we go again, a home run right off the bat now for the Grand County Devils. A jewelry change for the batter here. Up now is Hallie Packard. Hallie Packard playing right field today. She'll be followed by Lexi Carroll, the catcher. And in the hole is Lainey Bohannon. Fireworks already in these drop-down games. There's been a couple of home runs hit in different fields. That's a foul ball off the right side by Packard. Strike one. Steps back in, does Packard. Sophia Crosby again, the pitcher for Gunnison, Grantsville. Pitches inside, ball, 1-1 the count. Kind of takes her time out there on the mound. Pitch is going to be hit hard to second base. Up with it to first base. Nice play out there. Now playing second, Briley Castano. Nice pickup. Throws it to Zoe Cloward at first base. Easy play there for the first out of the ball game. That'll bring up Lexi Carroll now. Another left-handed batter, number 8, Lexi Carroll, the catcher for Grand County. And Lainey Bohannon on deck. Bohannon is the center fielder. At bat, Lexi Carroll takes the ball outside. Crosby again steps up, takes her time, a little bit more deliberate in her approach. Brings it, change up, nice pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. 1-1 the count. Step in there again. 1-1 the count to Carroll. Pitch on the outside corner. Going to call that a strike. Lexi Carroll. 1-2 the count. One and two the count here to Carroll. 1 out, 1 across. Ball's going to be hit to left field. Easily played there by Maya Fields for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Lainey Bohannon. Bohannon listed as the the center fielder. On deck is Portia Mitchell, listed as the left fielder. So Bohannon steps up, and again, I apologize, but we are not furnished with any statistics on these young ladies from Grand County High School. Pitch is inside, ball 1 to Bohannon. Pop up right side, out of play. 1-1 the count now. One the count. Again, but much more deliberate. Pitch is going to be inside ball. 2-1 the count. Sophia Crosby brings a changeup driven into center field, and this one might get out, and it does. Another home run off the bat of Lainey Bohannon this time. Takes it out to center field. On a 2-1 count, she hits a home run to score another run for the Grand County Devils. Oh, and they have a nice play when they come to home plate. They play bowling ball. And everybody else lines up like a pin, and they knock each other down, get their jerseys all dirty. So it's 2 out, 2 across by virtue of 2 home runs. So once again, we can say they've only given up 2 hits. Unfortunately, they were big ones. They were 4-baggers. That'll bring Portia Mitchell to the line. The batter's box, Portia Mitchell listed again as the left fielder. She'll be followed by Ree Wren, the shortstop, number 14. Mitchell at bat. High and outside, ball 1 to Mitchell. Mitchell, pop up left side, right side, not going to get there in time. Nice effort by Butler, but not able to get there in time. And it'll be a strike, 1-1 now the count against the batter, Portia Mitchell. So 1-1 the count. Portia Mitchell back in the box. And Crosby, the pitcher for Grantsville. Little bit high, ball 2. Two and 1, Portia Mitchell. 2 outs in the inning. Top of the first. Ball's going to be hit towards first base. It'll be taken there by Cloward. So that'll be the 3rd out, a fly out to the first baseman for the 3rd out. So at the end of the top half of the first inning, only gave up 2 hits, but unfortunately they were 4-baggers. So the score is 2-0 in favor of the Grand County Devils. We'll be right back with the bottom of the first.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's 2 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
Town & Country Home Mortgage has been simplifying the home buying process for 18 years. We offer VA, FHA, USDA, conventional, and construction loans. Come see us or apply online at NephiMortgage.com. That's NephiMortgage.com. We are committed to our community and enjoy serving our friends and family. Talk to one of our expert loan officers, Abby Ivory, Liz Brotherson, Chantel Bennett, or Joe Nielsen. Town & Country Home Mortgage, proud supporters of high school athletics.
Welcome back to Spanish Fork Complex. A lot of chatter going up in here that doesn't matter or anything, just chatter. Grantsville will come to the bat here defensively for Grand County. You have Lexi Carroll at the catching position, Allie Jones first base, Trinity Bryant second base, Hope Shumway third base, Ree Wren at shortstop, Portia Mitchell left, Lainey Bohannon center, and Hallie Packard in right. Left-handed pitcher there is Paige Shumway. Delivers the first pitch outside, ball 1. Batting is Kenzie Allen, the shortstop for Grantsville, wearing number 3. That's a nice pitch, breaks it back in. It'll be a strike, 1-1 the count. So a left-handed pitcher. Again, you don't see too many left-handers in baseball or in softball. Ball hit to left field, deep, deep, deep. Left fielder goes back, and that's a home run. Kenzie Allen with a home run. Third pitch of the ball game, she hits a home run. So quite a game we got going. There's been 3 hits in the ball game, and every one of them was a home run. So heck of a deal. So 2-1 the score. Only thing that helps there is that she did it in fewer pitches than Shumway did in her first at bat. So both leadoff hitters with home runs here in the ball game. And that'll bring up Ellie Thomas. She's playing in center field. Where's number 2? Pitch can be called a ball. Interesting rotation coming off that left hand. It breaks back in. And she throws it on the outside part and hopes of trying to get it to break back across the plate. That one nearly got there. That one a little bit high, ball 2. Left-handed catcher, too. Again, you don't see that too often. Left-handed catcher, left-handed pitcher. Breaks that one back in beautifully. That's good rotation on that one. Looks like it's going to be outside. It flutters back into the middle of the plate for a strike. So 2-1 the count here. And Ellie Thomas at plate. Addison Butler on deck. Another ball call there. 3-1 the count to Ellie Thomas. 2-2 the count. Missed that one. 2-2 the count. Going to give the outside corner. Thomas thought she had a walk there. I thought it was 3-1 also. I believe it should be full count now is what it should be. It should be full count. The umpire tried to punch her out. She came back to the box saying she wasn't out. They got to go to the first base umpire. I believe it's full from our count. And finally the umpire agrees with me. It's about time. You need to look up here. You know what I'm saying? We got it up here. So it is full count. Another ball driven deep into left field, and that one's out of the park.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
The umpire almost took that away from her.
Oh, my goodness. Another home run. So 4 hits in the ball game, 2 by each team. All 4 of them home runs.
Wow.
It's going to be one of those games. It's a home run or it's a strikeout, apparently. Wow.
That would have been a shame if the umpire brought her up.
And yeah, as the scorekeeper said, if we hadn't talked the umpire back into that 3-2 count instead of the punch out, she wouldn't have got to swing that bat. So she can thank us for that one.
Right.
The scorekeeper here says she's going to take the hot dog for the home run because she got her done. So 2-2 the score, and we're not even out of the first inning here with home runs galore, 4 of them in the inning. Addison Butler comes to the plate. Addie Butler, the catcher, wearing number 13, and she's got power. Shumway shaking off some. That ball's hit sharply right up the middle. That's a base hit. Ruined the outcome. Got a hit that didn't count for a home run. What kind of a deal is that, right? So Addison Butler, 3 batters, 3 hits. Butler will take a seat now. She'll be ran for, and that is number 6, I believe it's been in the past. Let me check that out. It'll be different because Briley Castano's been running for her, but this won't be Briley Castano. And so I believe it was number 6, Ava Kelly. We'll try and make sure of that as we go along here. But nice hit by Butler, and she has a runner in, catcher speed up rule. And that brings Maya Fields to the batter's box, and she checks, swings, and fouls it off to down the right field line, and that is not number 6. We'll work on getting you that number of the runner. Might be 16 Ren White. That's why I thought it was 6. It might be 16 Ren White. Ball's in the dirt. Wright has done some running previously in the game, so we'll say that that's who it is. And White has 2 stolen bases on the year, so we'll see if she decides to go here. Ball's going to be popped up straight back. So 1-2 the count now to Mia Fields. And she stands in there with a 1-2 count. Madeline Lee will be up next. Ball's hit the shortstop, goes right between her legs into left field. Wright runs around and will get to third. Throwing error allows the hitter Fields to move up also. So reaches on an error. And then a throwing error allows her to go to second base. And Butler, well, not Butler, running for Butler, Wright. Ren White is at third. Swing and a miss, strike one. Batting is Madeline Lee, the right fielder. She'll be followed by Madison Bolander. Nobody out in the inning yet. Bottom of the first. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Madeline Lee. Oh, 2 the count. Runners at second and third. 2 across in the inning. Nobody out. This time he punches him out, and that was the right call. I believe. Good strike out there. We're not going to argue this time. So now Madison Bolander will come up. Hit sharply down third base, past the third baseman. 1 run across. Rounding the bases coming in also. Second runner and a stand-up double there for Bolander. Bolander with 2 RBIs and a stand-up double as she drives in Ren White running for Butler. And also Mia Fields from second base. So 4 runs across in the inning. And Bolander standing at second with only 1 away. And that's a double for Bolander. That brings Aaliyah Fernandez to the plate. And Castaño will be on deck. Floats that deal, and that is a sneaky pitch. That's hard to pick up. In fact, it almost looks like it breaks twice. Strike 1 against Fernandez. Throws it outside. Wow, she got the benefit there. 2 strikes against Fernandez. Fernandez needs to protect now with the 2-strike count against her. Way outside ball. Fernandez still in there. 1-2 the count. Shumway brings it outside. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Strike 3, excuse me. Second out of the inning. Second strike out of the inning. 4 hits in the inning. Fernandez. Aaliyah Fernandez just struck out. We've got Briley Castaño at the plate. Floats in that changeup. Calls it a ball. 8th batter in the inning. 4 runs across. 1 runner on. And 2 outs. Fouls it straight back. So Castaño at bat with a 1-1 call. Swing and The ball dribbles off to the side. Be a foul ball, strike 2. So it's 2 down in the inning now. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the batter, Castaño. And you also got 4 runs in the inning. Ball hit high in the air. I believe it will get, nope. Chance for the catcher. She makes the play. So a pop up to the catcher to end the inning, leaving a runner on board. So at the end of 1, it's 4-2 in favor of the Grantsville Cowboys. We'll be right back.
Maybe he landed here totally by coincidence. But if by chance he's admiring your fresh coat of Benjamin Moore soft sky blue, well, that's a pretty high compliment. Coming from an expert.
Jones & DeMille Engineering is more than a civil engineering firm. They're shaping new opportunities for work and play, shaping the landscape in the rural Intermountain West, and shaping the communities that they're proud to be a part of. Their offices in Richfield, Manti, Price, St. George, Monticello, Springville, Roosevelt, and Tooele provide civil and structural engineering, construction management, surveys and GIS mapping, and material testing. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Welcome back to Spanish Fork now. Top of the second inning. So far in the ball game, there's been 2 home runs for each team. Kind of uncanny to have that many home runs already in the ball game, but there is 2 each. The score is 4-2 in favor of Grantsville now. Grand will be coming to the plate for their second at bat. Top of the second inning. In the other field, Canyon View is up on Carbon 4-0 in that ball game. The winner of this game and the winner of the game next door will play right after this at 3 o'clock. And the losers of these games will be finished for the year. Sophia Crosby, first pitch to Ren is a ball outside. Ren, the shortstop for Grand County. Pop up down the right field line. First baseman ranges back in foul territory. Cloward makes the play there for the first out. So 1 out in the second inning. Top of the second, Trinity Bryan will come to the line now. Trinity Bryant, second baseman, followed by Allie Jones and Hope Shumway in the hole. Bryant's first at bat in the ball game. Pop up, going to be over the head of the second baseman, not able to get to it as the center fielder. So base hit by Bryant to get a runner on here in the second inning. Makes it to first base easily, so runner on, 1 down. Allie Jones comes to the batter's box. Allie Jones, the first baseman here. She'll be followed by Hope Shumway, the third baseman. Chance to make something happen here. Grand trailing 4-2. So Sophia Crosby brings the pitch. Going to be inside and low. Nice job by Butler to pick that one up. Hold the runner. Ball 1. So steps back in once again. Ball hit the other way to right field. Runner goes. Going to round second. Headed for third. Got a chance at her there. Does not make the play. The throw allows the runner to move up to second base. I thought they had a chance, but the throw wasn't quite there. So a base hit by Allie Jones going the other way and allows Bryant to go to third, and on the throw, Jones is able to go to second base. So you got runners at second and third, one gone, and Hope Shumway comes to the plate. Hope Shumway playing third base. Batting number 9 in the order. On deck will be Paige Shumway, and she already has a home run. So Hope Shumway, then Paige Shumway. One gone in the inning. Ball hit right back up the middle. This will get one run in to see if they send the second runner. They hold her. The throw comes all the way home, allows the runner to go to second. And the throw back not in time. Missed the cutoff and allowed the runner to move to second base. So a base hit by Hope Shumway drives in an RBI. And Trinity Bryant allows Allie Jones, goes to third. And on the throw, Shumway goes to second. So once again, you got one out, runners at second and third. Only one out in the game, one run across. So we're meeting of minds on the mound right now. As Grantsville taking some time here. The players, catcher goes out. Butler does this quite a bit. She takes her own initiative, as a good catcher should take control here. She goes out and talks. They're now going to put number 11, Paige Shumway. They're going to put her on, load the bases. They don't want to pitch to her after the hit she got in the first inning. So they'll put an intentional walk to load the bases now. Paige Shumway goes to first base, bases loaded. And they've got Hallie Packard comes to the plate. She hit it to the second baseman last time and was put out at first. Pitch inside, ball one. So bases full, one run across already, one gone in the inning. And Packard at the plate. Okay, finally they get the call. That's a strike. Quite a delay in the call there. Looked like it was a little bit high. I was about to call it a ball, but finally the hand came up. So 1-1 the count to Hallie Packard. Crosby brings it a little bit high again. Called a ball that time. The catcher has to stand up to catch it. I guess they figure that's too high. So Sophia Crosby still in the circle here. In a bit of danger here. She's got the bases loaded with only one down. Pitch down the middle. It's called strike there. Throw back to third. Tried to catch her nap and not quite good enough. Butler with a great arm. And that'll be strike two. 2-2 the call now to the plate, to batter. 2-2 the call. Crosby brings it fouled back away. And it'll remain 2-2 the count. So here we go again, 2-2 the count. Pitch outside, ball 3, full count now. Nowhere to put her. You got to bring this pitch. A walk is a run in this situation since the intentional walk. A walk is a run. So full count, bases loaded, one away. See what Crosby comes with here. That's not even close. Way outside, it goes to the screen, but that doesn't matter because it was a walk anyway. So, Allie Jones walks in with a score. Hope Shumway goes to second. Paige Shumway goes to second. Hope Shumway to third. Paige Shumway to second. And Hallie Packard takes the base on balls to first. Coach comes out. And that's the problem. If you intentionally walk somebody, you better not walk the next one because there's nowhere else to put them. So the score is now tied 4-4. Bases still loaded, only one down in the inning. 4-4 the score. Bases loaded, top of the second. So again, meetings all over the place. The four fielders are talking. The pitcher, catcher, and coach are talking. The runners for Grand County are talking. Now the coach comes out. Crosby's still in the circle. And at the plate is Lexi Carroll. Lexi Carroll flew out to the left fielder last time up. And behind her is Lainey Bohannon, who homered last time up. So Lexi Carroll steps in. Been up once, flew out to left field. Bases loaded. Young pitcher Sophia Crosby in a little bit of trouble here. Pitches out. Oh, going to get the call on the outside corner. Strike one to Carroll. Takes her time. Very deliberate. Floats the changeup in. Ball gets loose, but not far enough away that they can bring a run. So a ball count. 1-1 the count. Once again to the plate. Ball's hit hard right side. Throw comes home. Pulls her off the plate. It was the right play by Castano, but just the throw was offline, and Butler was not able to catch the ball and keep her foot on the plate at the same time. So everybody's safe. Lexi Carroll reaches on a fielder's choice. It moves the runners up. Packard to second, Shumway to third, and Hope Shumway comes home, giving the lead back to Grand County. And the bases are still loaded. It's still only one down. You've got Lainey Bohannon at the plate, and she hit a home run the first time up. Batting in the number 4 spot, bases loaded. Ball way outside. They're bringing the runner home. They got a chance. Not in time. Safe on the runner coming home. So Paige Shumway scores on the wild pitch and moves Hallie Packard to third. So a wild pitch brings her home. And now bad runners at second and third. One down. Bohannon's still up there. Will they put her on base too because of what she did last time up, or will they pitch to her? Looks like they're choosing to pitch here. 1-0 the count. Outside. Oh, got the call. 1-1 the count. 8th batter in the inning in the person of Lainey Bohannon. Once again, Sophia Crosby. Ooh, she wanted that one, but it was a little bit high. She about unleashed the beast on that one. Ball 2, 2-1 the count to Bohannon. Calls timeout, steps out. Sophia Crosby is very deliberate out there in the circle. And Bohannon takes some time, steps out of there, tries to readjust here. Pitch. Swing and a miss. She was going for 4-bagger there again, but just missed that pitch. About swung out of her shoes there to go 2-2 the count. Still only one down. 2-2 the count. Runners at second and third. Sophia Crosby trying to dig out of this pickle that she's in. Taking the count, taking the call. Steps on. Pitches inside, ball, full count. Now in this case, you do have first base open. You do not want to surrender an easy pitch to Bohannon. Make her hit your pitch as a pitcher. And sets. Crosby comes to the line. Delivers the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck her out. Big strike out there against Bohannon. Huge second out of the inning. They were expecting big things out of Bohannon, but Sophia Crosby gets the strikeout. Well done. Portia Mitchell to the line, the box now. She flew out to the first baseman last time up. She's the 9th batter of the inning for Grand County. Sophia Crosby delivers the pitch. Swing and a miss. Missed the ball, and the ball was tipped, foul ball, and I think Blake Butler took it in the chops there off that foul tip. Checking out to make sure everybody's okay. Still talking to Addie Butler behind home. He's done an excellent job for Grantsville here today. So, 0-1 the count. 9th batter to the plate. Portia Mitchell batting. She flew out to first base the first time. Swing and a miss, strike 2. It almost looks like Mitchell, when she comes around, she's making contact with the catcher on the follow-through. She about got her again right there. That might have been what happened the first pitch. Instead of the ball hitting the catcher, it may have been the bat. 0-2 the count to Mitchell as Crosby continues to try and dig out of this thing. Ball's going to be up, ball 1. 1-2 the count now. Portia Mitchell. Hit right back up. The great play by Sophia Crosby as she reaches down and stabs that and saves a couple of runs there. Makes the play at first. Great job by the little pitcher there. 1-3 for the third out. So she stops the damage. They do get 4 runs in the inning to go up 6-4, but stabs that one and stops the bleeding right there. So after 1.5, it is 6-4 in favor of Grand County. We'll be back.
Nephi Federal Credit Union in Nephi offers convenient service and a variety of financial services. They're your hometown credit union that's been serving local residents for over 63 years, longer than any other financial institution in Nephi. The staff invites you to check out their incredible rates on a variety of loans and savings accounts. Nephi Federal Credit Union, 155 North Main in Nephi. Call 623-1895. That's 623-1895. Nephi Federal Credit Union, proud supporter of the Wasps this season.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
Welcome back here to the Spanish Fork Complex. Again, it's been wild and woolly. We've played an inning and a half. We've got 4 home runs, and we've had 10 runs scored in an inning and a half. Now Grantsville comes to the plate, and in their portion of the second inning, and they will bring Sophia Crosby, the pitcher, to the plate, and then back to the top of the order with Kenzie Allen will be batting. So again, 6-4. Grand County got 2 runs in their half of the first inning. Then Grantsville came back with 4 runs in their half of the first inning. Then in the second inning, Grand County got 4 more. So if this is the case, we're going to double up each inning. That would mean that Grantsville needs to come up with 8. We'll see what happens. Again, Sophia Crosby, the pitcher, will come to bat first. Number 22. And again, the pitcher, Paige Shumway, just has some reverse action that's not normally you see because she's throwing from the left side, but she flutters it back in. Dead ball, the ball from the other field comes across. So they had to kind of call dead ball in mid-pitch there. Shumway delivers. It's high. Ball. 1-1 the count. Crosby at the plate. Thrown 2 innings now, giving up 6 runs, but made a great play to end it there at the end. Foul pitch off the right side. Strike 2.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, it's opposite. Thanks, Grand County fans.
Pitch is going to be on the outside corner. Catcher frames it nicely, pulls it back in, and gets the call. Strikeout against Crosby, first out of the inning, and third strikeout of the ball game for the pitcher, Shumway. Catcher did a great job of selling that one, though. So we'll go back to the top of the order now. Kenzie Allen will come to bat. She had a home run in the first inning. See what she can do here. Whether Lightning strikes twice here. Finally called a strike. A real delayed action. 0-1 the count to Kenzie Allen. Pitch is outside, ball 1-1. And the winner of this moves on. Loser's year is finished. Shumway brings it. Hard hit to the third base, one hopper. She comes up, goes to first. Nice job from Hope Shumway to Allie Jones, and that'll retire Kenzie Allen. Second out of the inning. And it'll bring Ellie Thomas to the batter's box, and her first at bat was also a home run. So we'll see what she can do. 2 down in the inning, and nobody on, no runs scored here in the bottom half of the second. Nice change-up, flutters in there, swing and a miss by Ellie Thomas. 1 strike. Addie Butler is on deck. Another pitch framed well by the catcher. And that's 2 strikes now on Ellie Thomas. Shumway set, Paige Shumway. Brings it. Outside corner. This time not going to get the call. 1-2 the count. Another game, Canyon View up 3-0 on Carbon. A swinging strike. Ball gets past the catcher, and Ellie Thomas will get down to first base. So that goes in as a K, but it's an E2. So she achieves first base on the E2. So Addie Butler comes to the batter's box now. And she only got a single last time up. First 2 batters hit home runs, and then she got a single, but eventually came around and scored to help get the 3rd run of the inning. Just keeps floating that change up in there, and Butler didn't know what to do. She kind of waves at it, pulls it back. Either way, it's a strike. So, strike 1 on the batter. Swing and a miss there. Runner goes, gets caught in the middle. Good job by the catcher to chase her back. Did not make the quick throw to first base when the runner was hung up. Only thing different she might have done was to run at the runner instead of making the long throw, was to run at the runner. So 2 strikes on the batter, Butler. Pitch is outside, ball. 1-2 now, the call. 1-2. And Shumway wants to talk to the catcher, Carroll, Lexi Carroll. And again, going back to that, young players, if you get a batter hung up, a runner hung up before you make that throw, run right at that runner, make them commit, then the throw is shorter, then you get them into a rundown. If you make the long throw one way or the other, they'll make that run to the next base. Pitch is high and outside. Ball 2, 2-2 the count to Addie Butler. 2-2 the count. Shumway brings it in the dirt low. Nice block there by Lexi Carroll to save a run, or not a run, but a base. Keeps Ellie Thomas at first, but it runs the count to full now. Full count to Butler. Paige Shumway back in the circle, back on the stripe. Brings it, swing and a miss, strike 3 on Butler, strikes her out to end the inning. So nothing gained there. The score will remain 6-4 for the Grand County Red Devils, and we'll be back with the third inning right after this.
Castle Valley Orthodontics specializes in state-of-the-art digital radiographs and 3D dental models. It also offers interest-free payment plans starting as low as $99 a month. Castle Valley Orthodontics will be there with you from beginning to end.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dan Cowley with Castle Valley Orthodontics. Born and raised here in Carbon-Emery County, been able to move back home. Looking forward to meeting everybody of Carbon-Emery County coming in to see us.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
Town & Country Home Mortgage has been simplifying the home buying process for 18 years. We offer VA, FHA, USDA, conventional, and construction loans. Come see us or apply online at nephimortgage.com. That's nephimortgage.com. We are committed to our community and enjoy serving our friends and family. Talk to one of our expert loan officers, Abby Ivory, Liz Brotherson, Chantel Bennett, or Joe Nielsen. Town & Country Home Mortgage, proud supporters of high school athletics.
Welcome back here to the complex here in Spanish Fork. We're just trying to figure out some changes. We have a pitching change as Jaden Powell now will come in. And we think first pitch is a single in the left field. Well, that's not the way you want things to start. But Powell, we think, came in for Briley Castano, who was at second base. Crosby went back to second base. And Castano, I think, now is out of the ball game with that change. And that will put a runner at first. Butler will throw down on the fake bunt. And the runner is Rehren. was the batter. She will get the single and goes to first. And Trinity Bryant now at bat. Bryant, the third baseman, and Wren is on first base. Squares the bunt, fakes the bunt. Is it a foul ball or a pass ball? They're going to say it's a foul, send the runner back. So Bryant, I believe 2 strikes on Bryant. Squared the bunt twice and was not able to get it done. So we'll see if she tries that again if we've got the count right. Bryant at the plate. Base hit to right down the line past the third baseman, clear to the fence. Runners are going around, headed for third base, and will stand up double and a move to third base. Trinity Bryant with a double and pushes Wren to third base. So runners at second and third already. Nobody out here in the top of the third inning, and Allie Jones coming to the plate. She singled last time up, did Allie Jones. So Jaden Powell again, and the new pitcher in the circle. Brings it right down the middle, smashed right back up the middle. This will get 2 across. 2 runs will score. And Allie Jones with a nice single there and 2 RBIs. And that'll drive in Wren from third and Bryant from second. And the coach already out of the dugout. So the coach will come out. There's a meeting in the mound. It doesn't look like there's going to be any changes right here, but you've had 3 batters and 3 crisp hits against Jaden Powell. And a heck of a time for her. So the coach has a talk. The players have another talk. Give each other high fives, and we're ready to go. At the plate will be back to the top of the order, Paige Shumway. Shumway with a base on balls and a home run in the ball game thus far. All of that was off Sophia Crosby. So now we'll go back to Jaden Powell. Wow. So Jaden Powell up. Pitch is high, ball 1. The batter is Paige Shumway. As we mentioned, she's been up twice. She's hit a home run. She's got a base on balls. She's scored both times. And she's back up here in the third inning with a chance to move a runner. Already 2 runs across in the inning. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch there by Powell. Strike 1, 1-1 the count. Jaden Powell takes the signal from the dugout. Paige Shumway, the little pitcher, fouled back. Excuse me, this is Hope Shumway. This is not Paige Shumway. I apologize. This is Hope Shumway. And the count now is 1-2 on Hope Shumway. I had the last name right. You've got to give me that. I'm just having trouble with those first names. So Hope Shumway, the third baseman, is at bat. She watches that one in and good right to the ground. Her head going right down with it. 2-2 the count now. It took me a while to realize that she wasn't batting left-handed, therefore it could not be Paige Shumway. Didn't take me long. Foul ball off to the right side, remains 2-2. So, again, 2 across, runner at first. Fourth batter of the inning is Hope Shumway. She's got a 2-2 count on her. Ball is hit into left field. Left fielder has to go way back and drops the ball. And it'll be a single on an error for Hope Shumway. Looked like she had a beat on it. It ball went off her glove, nearly went over the fence. And is that a home run? No, it's a 4-bag error. Would have been had that ball gone over. It did hit the fence off the glove, but Hope Shumway reaches on a deep air. And when it rains, it pours sometimes. Pushes Allie Jones to second base. And just nothing going right now for Grantsville. Paige Shumway now comes to bat. Hits a high fly back over the screen. Hope it doesn't hurt anybody. And strike one on Paige Shumway. Runners at first and second. Nobody out in the inning. Paige Shumway at the bat. Paige Shumway is the one that's got a home run and a base on balls and has scored 2 runs. Pitch is outside, ball 1. So 1-1 the count. Paige Shumway stepping in at the left hand. Hits a rip down the line. It'll go foul. Good thing for Grantsville. That was a foul ball. It had the distance. So 1-2 the count now on Shumway. 1-2 the count. Paige Shumway, nobody out. Rips one into center field. The center fielder was playing over to the side. It bounces over. The center fielder was playing her in right center field, so there was a huge hole out there, and Shumway found it with a double, bounces over the fence, so it would have been more runs. It does push Hope Shumway to third, and it brings Allie Jones in to score. Still nobody out. And the base, 2 runners on the base. Now Shumway will come out for a runner, I believe. Paige Shumway comes out. A runner number 22 will go in to run for her. That's Camry Wells. Camry Wells will run for Shumway. And really was lucky it bounced over the fence. Had it not bounced over the fence, that would have scored at least one more run. Hallie Packard now comes to the box. She was thrown out at second, and got a base on balls and eventually got to third base but did not score. So her third appearance. First pitch was a weak swinging strike. Pitching again, Jaden Powell. Nobody out. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Foul tip.
I'm watching from up here, and her ball is flat.
So 0-2 the count. Ball's hit sharp to shortstop. Run's going to score. Play is to first base. Back across the diamond. Bad throw. It's an error on the throw. That's going to allow another run to score. So the play for Packard, shortstop made the right play, coming to first base for the out, first out of the inning, but it did allow Shumway to score on the hit. And then on the air, throwing air back to third base, it allows Camry Wells running for Paige Shumway to also score. So the bases are cleared. There's only one out. Lexi Carroll comes to the plate. 5 runs across. It's now 9-4. It's 11-4 right now. 11-4 is the score. And Carroll is up to bat. Jaden Powell throwing for Grantsville. Carroll first time up. There's another deep drive. I believe that's out of here again, folks, and it is way out of here. Home run city. I believe that's the 5th home run of the ball game. And Lexi Carroll, that one leaves the yard in a hurry, and she represents the 12th run now. It's 12-4 here in the top of the 3rd inning. 12-4. And Lainey Bohannon's coming up, and she's got a home run in the game. I believe there's going to be a change here. And it looks like they're going to bring in for Powell, they will bring in By the Way. So Chloe By the Way now comes in as the pitcher. So Chloe By the Way back on the mound. Third pitching change now. And By the Way I'm not sure what position she will occupy. Well, she'll have to occupy the position now held, so Chloe By the Way comes back in. Comes in the 8th batting position where Briley Castano was and then Jaden Powell was. Now we're back to Chloe By the Way in that position on the field. I think I got that right. But it's 12-4. There's a big hole been dug here by Grantsville. They're way down. So let's take a quick break while she takes some warm-up pitches and give her a second while we check some other scores.
Town & Country Home Mortgage has been simplifying the home buying process for 18 years. We offer VA, FHA, USDA, conventional, and construction loans. Come see us or apply online at NephiMortgage.com. That's NephiMortgage.com. We are committed to our community and enjoy serving our friends and family. Talk to one of our expert loan officers, Abby Ivory, Liz Brotherson, Chantel Bennett, or Joe Nielsen. Town & Country Home Mortgage, proud supporters of high school athletics.
Welcome back here to the Spanish Fork Complex. Took a break for a pitching change here as By the Way comes back in as a pitcher here for Grantsville. In the other ball game, Canyon View is ahead of Carbon 4-0 in the third inning. So big game there, Canyon View playing well. And they are up right now on Carbon. By the Way's first pitch, called strike low on the inside corner. Batting is Lainey Bohannon, who already has a home run and a strikeout in the ball game. Against the previous two pitchers, the bases are cleared. It's 12-4 now in favor of Grand County. Ball's hit foul back over the screen. It drops through the trees and just about takes out a spectator. But just about doesn't count. So strike two to Bohannon. One out in the inning. So, By the Way steps in. Chloe with the delivery. Little bit high. Ball one. One and two the count to Bohannon. Reaches out and saves that. Just protection on that one was Bohannon. Just not quite sure the way it's being called on that outside corner. So she did the right thing, reaches out and slaps it. In this case, it goes foul. Doesn't get the hit, but she saves herself. Standing in 1 and 2 still to Lainey Bohannon. She's going to step out, deliberate pitching style. The pitchers take a long time getting the pitch called from the dugout before they approach the line there to pitch. Fouled straight back. So it remains 1 and 2. Reminder that the winner of this game moves on. The loser's season is over. Again, the batter steps out. Bohannon frustrated with the length of time it's taking the pitchers to throw the ball. In the dirt, ball, 2 and 2 the count. Bohannon steps immediately back into the box. She's ready to go, and the pitcher from Grantsville, the pitchers are all doing the same thing. They stand taking a sign from the dugout. Takes extra time before they even approach the pitching mound. Ball hit high and deep. This could be another one. Bohannon's got her second one. That was over the spectator sitting in center field. Bohannon with another huge home run on a 2 and 2 count. over the center field fence, and it's 13-4 now. Wow, there's no question on that one as she got a hold of all of that. So second home run for Bohannon. She got a home run, a strikeout, and a home run. All or nothing with her, huh? And Portia Mitchell will be coming to the plate. Trying to get the ball back in. But this will be the 9th batter to the plate in this inning again. They used 9 batters in the second inning, and now they've used 9 batters here in the third. And they'll have to use at least 10 because they've only got 1 out. So here's the 9th batter to the box. Portia Mitchell. She flew out to first base, and the pitcher threw her out at first base. Check swing foul ball. Strike 1. So she steps back in. 1 strike on the batter. Portia Mitchell. Wren is on deck. She started the inning. Swings it off inside, fights it off, fouls it back. 2 strikes on the batter. 0-2 the count. So Grand County sitting there with a 9-run lead now, 13-4 in the second inning. Actually, top of third inning now. So fouled it back, so she'll still be in there with the 0-2 count now, Portia Mitchell. Only 1 out in the inning. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So back in the ball game comes By the Way, and back to her abilities was a strikeout queen. Second out of the inning. And we'll go back to Wren, who started the inning. The 10th batter comes to the plate. Now it's 2 down. First strikeout for the pitcher, By the Way, in this ball game as she's faced 2. Bohannon ripped 1 out of the park, and Portia Mitchell strikes out. Now we're to Wren. Wren hits it right back up the middle, fielded by the Way. She throws across to Cloward, and that's the end of the inning. She faces 3 batters when she comes in. Home run, strikeout, line out to the pitcher. So that's the end of the top half of the third. We'll be back with the bottom in just a moment.
The Beaver Medical Clinic has built a reputation of providing compassionate health care for residents of Beaver and Iron counties. You'll appreciate the professional services of Doctors B. Noel Robinson, Roger Smith, Wade Oakton, Lance Smith, physician's assistants Reagan Fales, Travis Hicks, and Kenneth Hussey, and nurse practitioners Robin Horton, Lindsay Cheney, Rebecca Rasmussen, and Wade Hollingshead. The Beaver Medical Clinic offers affordable health care and convenient payment options, with offices in Beaver, Milford, and Parowan.
At Auto Farm Price Ford, we make it happen for you.
Auto Farm Price Ford has your next truck at the guaranteed lowest price. Auto Farm will not be undersold. The time to buy is now. Auto Farm has a huge selection. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned Ford F-Series, including the unbeatable F-150, no one has more than Auto Farm. Find more great offers and all their inventory online at PriceFordSales.com.
At Auto Farm Price Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, we make it happen for you.
Welcome back here to Spanish Fork once again. One of the coaches talking to the official. Not sure if there's changes coming up. We'll try and get them if there are. And Grantsville will be coming up to bat. Starting with number 28, Maya Fields now. The left fielder will be starting out. She reached in the first inning on an error and eventually came around to score. So Maya Fields her second at bat. Grantsville with a lot of work to do now as they are down by 9, 13-4. Still pitching Paige Shumway. for Grand County. Pitch will be high, ball one. Two fields. Madeline Lee on deck. And Madison Bolender in the hole. Ball's hit to the shortstop, picked up there, across the diamond it goes, and it's an out. So it goes from Wren to Jones for the first out here to get Maya Fields. That'll bring up Madeline Lee now, the right fielder. Lee struck out in the first inning. Her second appearance here in the third inning. Should be followed by Bolender. Pitch on the way. Ball hit nicely into the left center field gap. That's one base. She may be headed for two. She's rounding going to two. And she'll be in there with a stand-up double. Nice job by Madeline Lee. Getting something going for Grantsville. Nice stand-up double. Hit it right in the gap. Left center field gap all the way to the fence. Umpire doesn't know it. You got player fixing a shoe out there and left. Excuse me, that's a knee brace. She can't get that adjusted. It's not bending right. And that's Bohannon. Her knee brace isn't working well. She's coming to the dugout to get some help with that knee brace to get that thing adjusted. Again, trying to fix that brace. Need to protect those knees. So again, Madeline Lee with the double. Send at second base. Madison Bolender will be coming to bat, followed by Aaliyah Fernandez. And then Chloe, by the way, I believe. This game again 13-4 in favor of the Grand County Devils. And the winner will move on to play the winner of Carbon Canyon View, which at the moment Canyon View was in the lead. Not sure what the score might be now. 2A ball games going on right now also. On the other two fields, you've got Parowan and Millard. Millard holds a slight lead in that ball game in the sixth inning. And you've got Beaver Gunnison in that ball game. It's 11-9, a real barn burner over there. And the home team, which would be Gunnison, is in the lead 11-9. So, again, winners in this one-loss division, the winners continue on. So in the Parowan-Millard game, the winner of that will play the winner of the Beaver Gunnison game, which if it were played right now, would be Millard versus Gunnison. And on to 3A, right now it would be Canyon View versus Grand if it were played right now. But the games aren't over, so we won't play them right now. We'll go on to see what happens. Bohannon is fixed. She's back out in left center field. And so Madison Bolender steps in. She got a double last time up. Swing and a miss on that changeup. Only catches air there. Beautiful changeup there by Paige Shumway. In the hole is, on deck is Fernandez. Ball hit sharply to third. It's off the third baseman's glove and goes into foul territory, but it's going to be, I don't know if you're going to score that a hit or an error. Yeah, the official scorer says that's a hit. It was sharply hit right at her and goes off the glove into foul territory. So Bolender with her second hit of the ball game as she goes to first. The runner at second, Lee, was not able to advance. Now Aaliyah Fernandez, I believe that's Fernandez. Check that. That is not Fernandez. That's number 25. And they have been switching time. That's Zoe Cloward is in there right now to bat for Fernandez. 25 Cloward. Batting off the left side. Swinging strike. Hits the ball sharply back up the middle. That'll get one run in. Runners headed to third also. The throw's coming home. It could be in time. Not in time. Big throw from Bohannon to home, and allows Madeline Lee to go around and score. Madison Bolander to go to third. And on the throw attempt home, off the single, it allows Cloward to go to second base. So she gets a single and then goes to second base on the throw. So they start chipping back in. 5-13 now. 2 runners on and one out in the inning. And Chloe, by the way, steps into the box, the pitcher. Ball gets through. Late break by the runner. She's going to have to go back. And all the runners go back. They had a late break to home. It's really not much distance behind the catcher's, the home plate to the fence. So if you get the short bounce, it's not a lot of time to score. And if you get a late break, it's not enough time anyway, close to enough time. Reaches out and fouls that one. Does, by the way. Two strikes now on by the way. Shumway with the pitch. Outside, ball. One and two the count. So Shumway will come again to the plate. On deck is Sophia Crosby. Way outside, ball 2. So Sophia Crosby is on deck. And then we're back to the top of the order in Kenzie Allen. Ball's hit down the left field flying if it's fair. It is not. It is fair and it's down. 2 runs will score. And by the way, we'll get the stand-up double and drives in 2 RBIs there. Chipping back into this lead. Nice hit there, 2 RBIs for the pitcher. Now there'll be a runner come in for her. Number 5 will come in to run. That's Avery Lee, it looks like. Avery Lee will come in to run for by the way. And Sophie Crosby stands in there. Still only 1 out in the inning. Three runs in the inning. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Page is thrown all the way. She's thrown the 3 innings here. Ball's going to be outside, high ball. 1-1 the count to Sophia Crosby. Kenzie Allen is on deck. Ball high once again. 2-1 the count. Outside, ball 3. Three and 1 the count now to the number 9 hitter, Sophia Crosby. Called strike, struck him out on a called strike. Second out of the inning. And we'll go back to top of the order. Kenzie Allen is at the plate. Kenzie Allen has been up twice. She's got a home run in the first inning and was thrown out by the third baseman in the second inning. And here she batting in the third inning. Squares to bunt, puts it down, but it's going to roll foul. Haven't seen anybody cover that bunt situation quite like Manti covered it in the previous game. So Kenzie Allen with one strike on her will step back in there now. Ball, 1-1 the count. Flutters the changeup, not good. Ball, 2-1. Ball hit down the third baseline, picked up by the third baseman across the diamond. They're going to say she got her in time, so Kenzie Allen goes down. Nice play by Hope Shumway to Allie Jones for the third out. Able to get 3 runs in the inning, but that's all. So that's the end
Beaver
of the third
Valley
inning.
Hospital
We'll be right back.
continues to offer high-quality health care at the state's lowest price. Beaver Valley Hospital has state-of-the-art laboratory and radiology services, including cutting-edge X-ray and 3D ultrasound. The hospital also provides expanded surgical procedures for orthopedics and laparoscopic hysterectomy. Remodeled patient rooms and long-term care facilities combine with compassionate staff to provide our patients a comfortable and healing environment. Beaver Valley Hospital is a proud community supporter and is pleased to sponsor Beaver High School.
At Central Valley Medical Center, we're committed to offering the best care.
In your life's first moments. Through your life's biggest emergencies.
In your everyday help.
In those days that mean the most.
Central Valley Medical Center will be there with you through each step and stage of life, bringing the best care because we care, closer to home.
Welcome back once again to Spanish Fork Complex as we get ready to start the 4th inning now with Grand County coming to bat. Some quick updates in the 2A. In the bottom of the 7th inning, Millard with a slight lead in their ball game over Parowan. And the Beaver and Grand County, Gunnison Valley game is a barn burner. It's 10-12 in the 4th inning with Gunnison Valley with a slight 2-run lead there, but Beaver with a rally going on. In this game, it's 13-7. It's a slugfest so far with 5 home runs in the ball game, and no sign of slowing down at this point. We're going now to the 4th inning. Trinity Bryant will come to the bat. First pitch is a swinging strike. She'll be followed by Allie Jones and Hope Shumway. They do have, by the way, back in the game pitching now. See if they can slow down that run scoring machine that Grand County has had going through the first 2 innings. In the 2nd inning, Grand County used 9 batters. In the 3rd inning, they used 10 batters before By the Way came in. And there's By the Way back to what she does best. That's a strikeout. First out of the 4th inning. She's come in the game. She's faced 4 batters. First batter got a home run. Portia Mitchell gets struck out. Wren hit it to the pitcher and got thrown out. And now Trinity Bryan gets struck out. So she's faced 4 and struck out 2. Allie Jones comes to the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 1 on Jones. Hope Shumway is on deck. Next pitch is low, ball. And it appears that Millard has won their softball game in the 2A, so they will advance, and Parowan will go home. So in this ball game, once again, By the Way brings it a little bit high that time. 2-1 the count to Allie Jones. So Millard will move on to play the winner of Beaver Gunnison, and that's a slugfest going on over there, much like this one. So the other 3A game Try to get you a bit of an update here in just a second on that 3A game as another ball is called. 3-1 the count. Pitch is going to be inside. Oh, we could have called a ball. The burner was Jones was headed to first, but the umpire called it a strike. In the other 3A game right now, Canyon View has a lead over Carbon 7-3. So we'll see what happens there. Swing and a strike, and another strikeout for by the way, third strikeout since she's come into the game pitching. And Hope Shumway comes to the plate. 2 outs in the inning by virtue of strikeouts. If Shumway can get on, we'll go back to the top of the order, and Paige Shumway will come to bat. Strike on the first pitch. Almost looked like, by the way, slipped as she threw that one that time. Slid sideways almost. Check, swing, strike. Strike 2. (13-7) in the 4th inning here, top of the 4th. Grand County with the lead. By the way, pitching. Going to give that one a ball, so a 1-2 count. By the way, working for another strikeout here. He's been pretty successful at it. Foul tip out of play. Get another pitch. By the way, in the 2 games that we've called here for her, has a total of 24 strikeouts. And now add 3 more to that, so 27 strikeouts that she's thrown in the 2 games in 1 inning she's been pitching. That's impressive at this level, with this tournament this way. Check, swing, bloop. Able to pick it up. Nice play by the second baseman to stay with that one. Sophia Crosby, it took a weird bounce, fielded it, tossed it to the first baseman for the out, Zoe Cloward. So not a strikeout, but effective, as that will go 4-3 for the put out for the third out. And for the first time in the ball game, Grand has been set down 1-2-3 with no runs scored in an inning. So after 3.5, it remains 13-7. Grantsville will be coming to the batter's box in just a moment when we get back.
JN Auto loves our customers and our community, so we have sanitized our entire inventory. Mold, germs, and yes, coronavirus are eradicated. Our all-natural treatment is safe for you, your pets, and anyone you take along in your new ride. After 6 months, stop by and we can get you rolling germ-free again. Treatments are offered in a single application or a 1, 3, or 5-year contract. Stop by your local J Auto location to learn more about our sanitizing options.
I'm Dr. Sorensen. I'm a board-certified pediatrician, and I'm the newest addition to the team of doctors here at Central Valley Medical Center. My goal is to work closely with you when making decisions about your child's health. After all, you know them better than anyone else.
I think as a mom, it can be really overwhelming to find a doctor who's a really good fit for your family. I look for someone who I can trust. It's so validating and comforting knowing that I can call and get the answers I need from Dr. Sorensen and his staff.
I look forward to meeting you and your child and bringing you the best care closer to home.
Okay, welcome back here to Spanish Fork as we go now to the bottom of the 4th inning. Grantsville coming back to the bat. Now they're chipping back into this lead, trying to. They're down 13-7 right now. And Ellie Thomas will be up to bat. Turns and fakes the bunt. Ball called in the 4th inning. Ellie Thomas has been up twice. She hit a home run in the 1st inning, and she reached on an error. Well, she actually struck out and then reached on the error passed ball. Rips that one down the line, foul, so a 1-1 count. Addie Butler will be up next, and Mia Fields after that. Down by 6 runs here in the top of the 4th inning. So Paige Shumway still in the circle. Fakes the bunt, pulls it back, pitches high, ball. 2-1 the count. Pitch from Shumway, turns, bunts it, drops it straight down. Pitcher picks it up, throws it to first, and misses the catch at first. It was a low throw, not fielded well by the first baseman. Goes off her glove. So Ellie Thomas will be on the error. Error on the first baseman. And that'll bring Addison Butler to the to the box. It is a line in front of the box. She'll step in. She's got a single and scored and a strikeout. So her 3rd appearance at the plate. The Beaver game now. Beaver Gunnison is tied 12-12 now in the 4th. Butler pitch is going to be low. Nice block of the plate by Lexi Carroll. Nice job there. Ball 1 to Butler, who's done an excellent job behind the plate. Ball's high, and it will come back over the backstop and be a foul ball. 1-1 the count. Do appreciate our sponsors, Intermountain Power Service Corporation and Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi, Sunrise Engineering, Sanpete Steel in Moroni, Beaver Valley Hospital, Nephi Federal Credit Union, Beaver Medical Clinic, Jones and DeMille Engineering, and Town and Country Home Mortgage in Nephi. Appreciate them as Centricom doing all the work to bring this to you, and also the Beaver Sports Broadcasting crew in conjunction with Centricom. Oh, a line drive off the glove of the 3rd baseman, picked up by shortstop, not in time. Ripped off the glove there of the 3rd baseman, and she's cussing herself on that, but that was so hard, about ripped the glove right off her hand. So we'll give Addie Butler a hit there, and that will move Ellie Thomas to second base. Shortstop was in great position to try and pick up the ball and make the throw to first, but just not in time. Now the 3rd baseman is complaining, I think her glove is broke. That's how hard that ball was hit. It broke her glove. So she's going to put a different glove on. That proves it was hit hard. If it ripped her glove, she's got to go to a secondary glove here. Most girls, didn't think had a secondary glove. That'll bring Maya Fields to the batter's box. She reached on an error and scored. Nice pitch. And she also grounded out to the shortstop. First pitch was a nice pitch. Nice movement on it. Strike 1. That's going to be outside and high. Ball 1. 1-1. Nobody out in the inning. 2 runners on for Grantsville. Trading 7-13. Every run for Grantsville extremely important here as the innings roll down. That's outside, ball 2, 2-1 the count to Fields. Much nicer day today for playing ball than yesterday. Tries to flutter it back over, but it never quite gets there. It was a nice movement on the ball, but never gets to the plate on that one. So Fields gets the 3-1 count now. Stands in there with the 3-1 count and a chance to get on and load the bases here. Going to pop up to the right side and just not enough room for the first baseman to get over there. So it'll remain it'll go full now, 3-2. So the count is full to Maya Fields here in the fourth inning. So here we go. Full count, runner at first and second, nobody out. High, deep to right field it goes. Back goes the right fielder, going to make the catch. Runner at second will tag up, headed for third. And Ellie Thomas will move to third on the sacrifice fly by Maya Fields. Nice play by the right fielder there to record the first out. Gets the ball back in quick. And like we mentioned, Ellie Thomas was able to move up. I believe Ren White is running for Addison Butler. We've got now Madeline Lee comes to the plate. Madeline Lee, right fielder. Pop up to the infield, shortstop under it, and will take the catch. Should have been an infield fly rule anyway. So 2 down. So Bolander comes to the plate now. Madison Bolander, she has and a double and a single so far in the ball game. Big hit now would be important to try and get one or more of these runs across for Grantsville, as they need runs as the outs continue to pile up. Paige Shumway with it, brings it to the plate. Outside, ball one. Interesting to see if they would dare to send the runner here with the first and third situation. Maybe should have done it last time with only one out. Now with 2 out, it's a chance of getting thrown out at second and killing the inning if you're not sure you can get there. A nice change up there by Paige Shumway. Floats it in, and Bolander swings out of her shoes and misses it. So that's a strike on Bolander. Paige Shumway sets and comes to the plate. Oh, and it breaks back in on that corner. That has such a break there at the end. That's a marvel to see as that thing breaks. It looks like it's going to float to the outside, and all of a sudden it dives in with a late break. So 1-2 the count here. Bolander in a spot here, needs to make some kind of contact. Ball's outside. The problem with being behind in the count is the pitcher has all the opportunities and all the advantages there. So now it's 2-2, still in the pitcher's control. So looking to bring it. There's Shumway. Going to be a little high, 3-2 the count now. Good control by Bolander to hold the bat back on those 2 pitches. Now it's a full count. Now the runner from first can break with the pitch. As it's 2 out. We'll see what happens here. Runner goes. Ooh, a late swing. Fighting that off as Bolander fights it off. It looked like she wasn't sure. And if it's close and you're not sure, you got to fight it off to live to play another day. And she does just that. So it'll remain a full count. She'll get another shot at this thing. And runner at third and a runner at first. Ellie Thomas at third. Pitch, a swing and a miss on a high one inside. Strikes him out. And that'll end the inning for the Grantsville Lady Cowboys. And they'll get runners in scoring position but not able to push anything across. So after 4 complete, it is now 7 for Grantsville and 13 for Grand. We'll be back with the fifth inning in just a moment.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's two 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
Town & Country Home Mortgage has been simplifying the home buying process for 18 years. We offer VA, FHA, USDA, conventional, and construction loans. Come see us or apply online at NephiMortgage.com. That's NephiMortgage.com. We are committed to our community and enjoy serving our friends and family. Talk to one of our expert loan officers, Abby Ivory, Liz Brotherson, Chantel Bennett, or Joe Nielsen. Town & Country Home Mortgage, proud supporters of high school athletics.
Welcome back here to Spanish Fork Complex. We now go to the top of the fifth inning. Grantsville is trailing in the ball game 13-7. Grand County here in the fifth inning will go back to the top of the order now. Paige Shumway will come to bat. She's got a home run, a base on balls, and a double in this ball game. First pitch, well, really delayed count. Gets a strike on the outside corner. I thought we were going to have to wait till tomorrow for that call to be made. It was that long delayed. So Shumway will step back in against By the Way. Hit deep into right center field, and that's a home run by Shumway. Another home run in the ball game. That's the second for Shumway in this ball game. Looked like it was an outside pitch. It was really untouchable. She reached out and pulled it back to right field. As far as that was out there, it looked like if she's going to hit it, she'd have to push that to left. But she pulled it back to right field for a home run. Her second of the ball game. She should have stopped at third. Then she could be hitting for the cycle. Home run, base on balls, double, home run for Paige Shumway, also the pitcher of record for Grand County. I believe that's the sixth home run of the ball game between these two teams. Grand County, as a quick check, has 4 home runs of their own. 4 home runs in this ball game. Pitch is low, ball 1. And looking to see what Grantsville's got. Grantsville's got 2 home runs. So that's 6 home runs in the game. Foul back, strike. So 1-1, I believe, is the count now to Hallie Packard. And Lexi Carroll will be on deck, and Lainey Bohannon will be in the hole here. Pitch is going to be low. And I've noticed this each time a home run is hit off, By the Way, it takes her just a second to get back into it. She struggles with the next batter each time it's happened before she gets herself kind of back and composed because she's such a good pitcher. Again, inside. Whoop, there comes the call. Strike. I believe it's 2-2. And I don't mean to be critical here. It's just that sometimes the delayed call by the umpires for us up here, I know that they make the call immediately, but before you get the arm signal, we can't hear the call. Before you get the arm signal, sometimes it's quite delayed. That's a swinging strike there, so another strikeout. Just when I say that she takes a while to get herself composed, she comes back from the brink and strikes out Hallie Packard. That's strikeout number 4 since she's been in the ball game. Unfortunately, the first batter she faced hit a home run. Then she strikes out a batter throws out a batter, strikeout, strikeout. So she's striking out about every other one. A pop up into left field. Left fielder settles under it and makes the play. That's Maya Fields out there, makes that play. So a quick pitch, one pitch pop up to the left fielder for the second out. So Laney Bohannon comes back to the plate. That's the first batter that, by the way, faced, and she hit a 2-2 pitch for a home run, did Laney Bohannon. And she's back up there now. She has 2 home runs in the ball game. So 2 home runs by Paige Shumway, 2 home runs by Laney Bohannon. These girls have ripped the ball. First pitch is a strike. Bohannon also has a strikeout in between those 2 home runs. Pitch comes. Going to be low ball. (14-7) now is the ball game here in the top of the 5th, with Grand County on top here. This game is not gone. This day has not gone according to what it should be, because all of the lower seeds pop up to shortstop. That'll be the out. The point I was trying to make is I think in every game thus far played today, the lower seed has won the ball game. And we have that happening again here in this ball game. So going to the bottom of the 5th inning, we'll be back in a minute. Score 14-7 in favor of Grand.
Maybe he landed here totally by coincidence. But if by chance he's admiring your fresh coat of Benjamin Moore soft sky blue, well, that's a pretty high compliment. Coming from an expert.
Jones & DeMille Engineering is more than a civil engineering firm. They're shaping new opportunities for work and play, shaping the landscape in the rural Intermountain West, and shaping the communities that they're proud to be a part of. Their offices in Richfield, Manti, Price, St. George, Monticello, Springville, Roosevelt, and Tooele provide civil and structural engineering, construction management, surveys and GIS mapping, and material testing. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Welcome back here to Spanish Fork Complex. We've got a substitution going in. Number 25, Zoe Cloward, will be batting. Umpire made that call at this point in time, but he doesn't realize that she batted last time up too. So if he's just barely getting that substitution, she batted the last time up. Zoe Cloward will come to the plate. She's batting here in the 5th inning, bottom half of the 5th. She batted in the 3rd inning and got a single and eventually came around to score. So Zoe Cloward steps in place of Aaliyah Fernandez, who batted in the 1st inning. Swing and a miss by Cloward, strike 1. So steps back in. Cloward batting from the left side. Grantsville needing base runners of any kind, any way you can get on there. You got to have them, as they are down 7 runs here in the bottom of the 5th with only 9 outs left to go. Need to get something going. Take advantage of every out. Make something happen. Every at bat. Pitch is inside, ball. I believe it's 2-1. I believe it's 2-1. Steps back in, does Cloward. Winner goes on. Hits it lazily back to the pitcher. Shumway picks it up, runs it halfway to first, then tosses to Jones. So that will be the first out. 1-3 for 1 here And that'll bring Chloe By the Way to the batter's box. So Chloe By the Way comes up for her second attempt. First time she got a double and resulted in an RBI, a couple of RBIs. So she made her presence known in that situation. Here she gets a ball call on the first pitch. Second pitch, pop straight back, and it'll be out of play. Called up to us that there was a substitute, Flowers for Fernandez, but that was already happened last game. He doesn't know it. She's already batted once.
Oh, Fernandez? Or the
Cloward.
I was going to say, because Fernandez already on it. No way!
Flowers batted, Fernandez batted the first time, and then Cloward batted last time. He just barely sent it up till she's batting this inning. Check swing is called a strike there, I think, if we straighten that out right. So that's a strike on By the Way. So a pitch by Shumway comes across a little high, be a called ball. So By the Way stays alive. Again, Grantsville needs runners badly. 3-1 count now for By the Way. Looks high, but it drops down in. Looked like it was going to be high, and it dropped off a table at the end there to drop in for a strike. And it's a 3-2 count now. We've gone full. And Shumway with the pitch. Popped up the left side. Shortstop's coming over. Third baseman runs back and takes it down the line in foul territory. Nice job by Hope Shumway there as she's able to catch the ball down the line for the second out of the inning. So Sophia Crosby will now come to the batter's box, and she's registered a strikeout in the second inning, a strikeout in the third inning. So things haven't gone well for her at the plate at this point in time. So this could be the time, make something big happen here. Only 7 outs remain for Grantsville. Got to make it happen. Ooh, a nice changeup, and way out in front of it is Sophia Crosby, way out in front, strike one. Shumway with the pitch. Another one of those looping changeups. This time it's a little bit inside, maybe a little high. So ball, 2-2 the count. 1-1 the count. Now in the other 2A game, we do have a seeded team above. Swing and a miss there by Sophia Crosby. So, Sophia Crosby, it is two strikes and 1 ball. It's 18-12 now in Gunnison Beaver game, and Gunnison is ahead, and that's the first of the seeded teams that's been ahead or with a chance to win in this whole day. Pop up straight back. We're going to get a thump, and there it is on top of the announcer stand. And that'll make it 2-2 now. Crosby is battling hard to stay alive out there. They need base runners. Ripped down the third base, in between third and shortstop for a base hit. So Crosby does her thing. She gets a base hit, gets a runner on. That'll take us to the top of the order with Kenzie Allen coming up to bat. Kenzie Allen got a home run in the first inning. Since that time, she's hit 2 grounders to third base and been thrown out. So we'll be hoping for the first inning Kenzie Allen, if you're a Grantsville fan. Shumway taking the sign, delivers the pitch. Outside, ball 1. So steps back in, Kenzie Allen. Paige Shumway. Again, Hope Shumway, Wren. Ball goes in the dirt past Lexi Carroll, and it allows the runner, Sophia Crosby, to go to second base on the passed ball. I mentioned Hope Shumway at third for Grand County. Re-Ren at shortstop. Trinity Bryant at second base. Allie Jones at first. Done a good job here. Ball is hit sharply to shortstop. Nice play. Throw missed by the first baseman through her glove. That allows a run to score. So that's a error on the first baseman. As that throw was a little low, but she had a glove on it. Should have come up with it. Allows Sophie Crosby to score. Kenzie Allen will go to second base on the throwing error also as it gets past the first baseman. So she gets an RBI. Check swing on Ellie Thomas, called strike. Ellie Thomas has hit a home run in the ball game. And then she's struck out and reached on an error. Pitch is outside, ball. 1-1 the count here in the fifth inning. So standing in, looking for the pitch. Ball's in the dirt. Lexi Carroll tries to block it, but it pops up in the air. Allows on the pass ball Kenzie Allen to come to third.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So Paige Shumway stands in there. Gets the signal, comes to the plate. Ooh, nice pitch there. So called strike on that one. Nice flutter, brings it back in. That's nice action off that outside corner. It's 2-2 the count now to Ellie Thomas. Butler is on deck. Swing and a miss, strike three on the batter, Thomas. And that will end the inning here. They do get one run across, but that's all as they inch back into it. Still down by 6 is Grantsville. Nice job by Grand County. We'll go to the top of the 6th when we return. We'll be right back.
Nephi Federal Credit Union in Nephi offers convenient service and a variety of financial services. They're your hometown credit union that's been serving local residents for over 63 years, longer than any other financial institution in Nephi. The staff invites you to check out their incredible rates on a variety of loans and savings accounts. Nephi Federal Credit Union, 155 North Main in Nephi. Call 623-1895. That's 623-1895. Nephi Federal Credit Union, proud supporter of the Wasps this season.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
Welcome back here to Spanish Fork. In the other ball game across the way in the 2A, they've got a real slugfest going. They're barely into the 5th inning. It is 21-12. Kidding with some of the announcers over there. They're saying we're playing some football over here. They're predicting a 42-35 ball game when they get done over there. So they're halfway there. So we'll see what happens. Back on this ball game, we got action going while I'm gabbing about the other game. At bat in the 6th inning now, at the plate is Portia Mitchell. She hits it's a dead ball, so she comes back for another swing here. By the way, pitching inside and tight. Ball 1-1 the count. So she'll step back in as Portia Mitchell. She's flown out to first. It's a low ball again. She's hit back to the pitcher, and she's struck out. So not been able to reach yet has Portia Mitchell. She stands in there against Chloe By the Way here in this 6th inning. Foul ball, fouls it back, right off the hands. Wren is on deck, and Trinity Bryant is in the hole here. And if any of them get on, it will be Allie Jones and then Hope Shumway here as we work through this 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hitters here for Grand County with the lead 14-8. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on the hitter. Another strikeout for the strikeout queen. That's 5 since she's come back into the ball game for By the Way. 5 strikeouts for her since she's been in.
No, they're not. Do not curse them. Chloe is my pitcher. No, no, no. No, it is not a fact. No, it is not a fact.
So, By the Way steps in against Wren. Swing and a miss by Wren. Strike 1. Wren has flied out to first base, been thrown out at first base, and got a single in the ball game. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So 2 strikes on the batter. Strike 3, another strikeout there by the strikeout master. A 6th strikeout since she's been back in the game. 2 out in the inning. This brings up Trinity Bryant. Trinity Bryant steps up, followed by Allie Jones. That's 2 out in the inning here in the top of the 6th. As this game inches along, and Grantsville desperately, for their sake, needs to make sure no more runs are scored. That's a high drive, but it's going to be foul down the line, out of play. She'll come back for another swing here. Again, since she's back in the game, 6 strikeouts. She's striking out about 50% of the players that she faces. And I'm almost right on. She's faced 11, struck out 6. Strike 2. And this is her 12th batter that she's faced. If she should strike that out, that'd be 7 out of 12. It's an amazing strikeout rate for this young lady. They may be behind, but she's doing her job with strikeouts and good pitching. Hit high and deep, but it's going to be out of play. So Trinity Bryant, she does have a single, a double, and also a strikeout in the 1 at-bat that she's faced. By the way, she struck out. The previous batter, she got a single and a double. So she'll step back in, 0-2 on the batter. So, by the way, approaches, brings it, swing and a miss, strike 3. So she strikes out the side, and that's it for the 6th inning for the Grand County. And that's a 7th strikeout now out of the 12 players that she's faced, but struck out the side. So after 5.5, we're at 14-8. Grantsville will be coming up for their part of the 6th inning. We'll be right back.
Castle Valley Orthodontics specializes in state-of-the-art digital radiographs and 3D dental models. It also offers interest-free payment plans starting as low as $99 a month. Castle Valley Orthodontics will be there with you from beginning to end.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dan Cowley with Castle Valley Orthodontics. Born and raised here in Carbon-Emery County, been able to move back home. Looking forward to meeting everybody of Carbon-Emery County coming in to see us.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
Welcome back, Spanish Fork. Here we go with the bottom half of the sixth inning. Grantsville needing 6 runs to tie, 7 to take the lead here, and they got 6 outs to do it with. Standing in the batter's box is Addison Butler. Takes a called first strike on the first pitch. Shumway the whole distance here for the Grand County Red Devils. And here comes the next pitch. Ripped down the line, single for Butler. Picked up by the left fielder, Portia Mitchell, and she'll send it back into second base. So a second pitch ripped there by Butler. She does her job with a single and gets on base. She has 3 singles now in this ball game, does Butler. 3 times. She also has a strikeout. Been up 4 times and 3 singles. So, and then they'll send a runner in for her, and that's Ren White will be running for her on the speed-up rule. And that'll bring Maya Fields to the batter's box. Fields reached on an error and scored, and then been thrown out by the shortstop and also flew out to the right fielder. So Maya Fields steps in. Hits down to third base, picks it up, fumbles with it, gets it across to first, does not get the runner at second. She fumbled with the ball in her glove, but wisely makes a great throw across the diamond. It allows Butler or Wright to go to second, White, and a great play really when all things are considered by the third baseman there, and that's Hope Shumway. Really fumbled with that ball, couldn't get it out of her glove, and was wise enough to keep the play alive and got it to first base. Pitch now is low and inside to Madeline Lee, outside in the dirt, and that's a called ball. So Grantsville down to 5 outs now. Need base runners, needs hits. Ball is hit, and it's going to rattle foul down the third base line. Strike 1. 1-1 the count. So, standing in the batter's box, Madeline Lee. Madison Bolander will be up next. Ball in the dirt, nicely blocked by Lexi Carroll to save that and keep the base runner at bay at second base, Madeline Lee. Really, Grand County is in a situation now that they can afford to give a run or two. They've just got to get outs. Anytime there's an out available, they've got to find a way to get an out, even if it might mean a run here and there. Late call on that, called strike, 2-2 the count. So the runner at second means not much to them. They've got to get the out where they can get it, and if that's at first base, so be it. But you can't be so preoccupied by the runner at second that you allow a big inning to happen. Ball hit sharply down towards the dugout. And we'll call an error on the on-deck batter because she jumped out of the way instead of fielding that ball. I'm glad nobody keeps score the way I tell them to. So, 2-2 still the count. A little bit high. Madeline Lee. Sometimes when Shumway throws the ball, it looks like she's slipping and almost falling down. Her action is so kind of different, but very effective. Ball's hit back up the middle, just beyond the reach of the shortstop, and the runner will come in to score. And we talked about runs not mattering much. Well, they do if you don't get an out in the process. So a base hit there by Madeline Lee, and it's an RBI. And more importantly, it keeps the inning going. 1 out in the inning, 1 across in the inning. Madeline Lee does her job. Now it's Madison Bolander that's got something to do here as Bolander comes up here. in the 6th inning. She has a double and a single and a strikeout. And it looks like in the ball game, looked like a slugfest, but swing and a miss. Foul ball. In the Beaver Gunnison game, it ended up being a 10-run rule over there, it looks like. And so that means that Beaver will be out and Gunnison Valley will advance to be Gunnison and Millard. A bunt attempt. Now she bunted the ball. It came off in foul territory. Did it touch someone? Because it rolled fair.
It came off the catcher's glove.
Okay, come off the catcher's glove. This official scorer sets me straight again. So it's nothing but a strike.
Just get used to it.
So, okay. They threw the ball out. It must have been broken. She bunted it so hard it broke. They threw that one out. So Madison Bollinger again trying to make something happen here with a runner at first. Pitch is high, ball. So this is the only game. Well, no, the other 3A game, is it finalized? Okay, so this is the only game still going from this time slot, and I believe that one has started. So South Summit and Manti is getting going already, so we're way behind here. So Canyon View beat Carbon. Again, the unseeded's getting the job done. Nice hit there by Bollinger into right center field. It's going to allow the runner to go from first to third. And a nice job of hitting there by Bollinger, and on a throwing error, Bollinger gets to second. So we got a Donnybrook going here. So Bollinger with a single and reaches on a throwing error, well, a fielding error really, by the second baseman. And it puts Madeline Lee to third base. So runners at second and third, one away, and Cloward will be up to bat. Pitch comes. Bowler check swing. No, excuse me, that's Bollinger. That's Zoe Cloward. Check swing foul. Strike one. So 5-run lead now for Grand County as Grantsville continues to chip away at this thing. Swing and a miss there. Strike two. Nice pitch there by Shumway. And Cloward has a single and thrown out by the pitcher. Ball is high. Ball 1-2. The undefeated's game in the 3A has begun. That's South Summit and Manti. You've got Canyon View waiting for the winner of this game. That's another ball inside. 2-2 the count. So you've got Canyon View waiting for the winner of this. And they will play that game immediately following this game with whoever wins and outlasts this ball game. Ripped into right field by Cloward. That'll score 2 runs for Grantsville. And they'll cut the ball. Cloward will stay at first base, but a single by Zoe Cloward. And that's a 2-run, 2 RBIs. So it's getting closer and tighter. And that scores from third Madeline Lee. And it brings in Bollinger from second. So Grantsville just continues to chip away. You put the runs on the wrong side. Swing and a miss there by Chloe By the Way. So strike one to Chloe By the Way. The run now is a 3-run deficit, 11-14 here in the 6th. Pitch is outside, ball one.
You got 11? I got 11 too. Okay. Come on, Theo. Come on, Theo. Come on, Theo.
So Chloe, by the way, at bat, 1-1 count. One out in the inning. Swing and a miss. Strike two, by the way. Sophia Crosby will be on deck. She started this, or excuse me, last time up she got the single and eventually scored a run. Ball outside, 2-2 the count. Pitch from Shumway on the way. Reaches out and taps it foul, does, by the way. And so the count will remain 2-2 here in the bottom of the sixth. So Shumway back in the pitcher circle, ready to deliver. Pop fly, looks like the shortstop calling for it, and does take the fly there. So, by the way, will fly out to the shortstop for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Sophia Crosby. She struck out in the second, struck out in the third, got a single in the fifth, and here she is back in the sixth inning here with a chance. With a runner at first base now. Again, that runner is Zoe Cloward, who got a hit into right field, scored 2 runs. Still stuck at first base there. Pitch on the way, right down the middle. Beautiful pitch there. Strike one to Sophia Crosby. Shumway's gone the whole distance there for the Grand Red Devils. Nice stop there by Lexi Carroll, trying to decoy the runner. Reached around and picked it up from behind her. The runner did not go. 1-1 the count. 1-1 the count. If Crosby can get on, we go back to the top of the order with Kenzie Allen. Pop up down the right side. First baseman going back. Makes the snow cone catch in foul territory. And that'll end the inning on the fly out to the first baseman. But that's they did get 3 runs in the inning to inch closer. It's 11-14 now going to the 7th inning. We'll be right back.
Town & Country Home Mortgage has been simplifying the home buying process for 18 years. We offer VA, FHA, USDA, conventional, and construction loans. Come see us or apply online at NephiMortgage.com. That's NephiMortgage.com. We are committed to our community and enjoy serving our friends and family. Talk to one of our expert loan officers, Abby Ivory, Liz Brotherson, Chantel Bennett, or Joe Nielsen. Town & Country Home Mortgage, proud supporters of high school athletics.
The Beaver Medical Clinic has built a reputation of providing compassionate health care for residents of Beaver and Iron counties. You'll appreciate the professional services of Doctors B. Noel Robinson, Roger Smith, Wade Oakton, Lance Smith, physician's assistants Reagan Fales, Travis Hicks, and Kenneth Hussey, and nurse practitioners Robin Horton, Lindsay Cheney, Rebecca Rasmussen, and Wade Hollingshead. The Beaver Medical Clinic offers affordable health care and convenient payment options, with offices in Beaver, Milford, and Parowan.
Welcome back here to Spanish Fork. We got what looked like going to be a blowout ball game is now back to a kind of a nail biter here. We're in the 7th inning now. In the 7th inning, and Grand County clinging to a 14-11 ball game here. And since Since By the Way came in, they've only amassed, well, they've gotten 2 runs, 2 home runs off of By the Way. Everything else basically is a strikeout. She struck out 7 of the 11 batters or 12 batters she's faced. And she's in here now in the 7th inning. She's up against Allie Jones and then Hope Shumway, then back to the top of the order. And already on Allie Jones, there are 2 strikes on Allie Jones. So again, faced 12 batters and she struck out 7 of those batters. That's an awfully good percentage of strikeouts, and she's done that in the other games that she's pitched too. Strike foul back against the screen. And Allie Jones will have another opportunity. Again, Allie Jones, the number 8 hitter, Hope Shumway, the number 5 hitter, and then back to Paige Shumway, the leadoff hitter and pitcher. Allie Jones has 2 singles and a strikeout in her 3 appearances here. The strikeout coming against By the Way. Ooh, I thought that hit her, but it did not. So she got hits the first 2 times up, and then against By the Way, she struck out last time up in the 4th inning. Now she faced her here as leadoff batter in the 7th inning. Pitch comes through, swing, just bloops over the third baseman, so she gets the job done. Nicely done there by Allie Jones. Puts a runner on and keeps the magic going here for Grand County, as they would like a few insurance runs here against Grantsville, who has had kind of the momentum here the last couple of innings now at least. So it brings Hope Shumway to the batter's box. Hope Shumway with a single, reached on an error, and was thrown out by the second baseman. Turns the bunt, fakes the bunt. It'll be a called strike. She actually has to dodge the ball, but it is a called strike because she kept the bat out. Had a coach one time that says if they turn the bunt, throw it right at them. They got to fake the bunt. They got to try to hit the ball or get hit. Throw it right at them. I didn't have to worry about that. I couldn't hit what I threw at anyway. So 1 strike, swing and a miss. Strike 2 on Hope Shumway. So here we go, Hope Shumway back in the batter's box. Down 0-2 in the count against By the Way. Pops it straight back, hits the screen. That'll be new life for Shumway. Allie Jones did that on a couple and finally got a base hit out of it. So, again, Grantsville trying to keep this close. And another broken baseball. Threw another one out of the ball game. That's a souvenir. Somebody sign that thing. Tell them it's broken because you hit it over the fence so far it broke it. So Shumway steps in, pops it up to left field, deep, going back, makes the play at the fence. Nice catch by the left fielder, Maya Fields, right at the fence. In fact, she had to lean on the fence to keep from falling over. So almost for Hope Shumway, but turns into a loud out. And that'll be the first out of the inning, and it brings Paige Shumway. You may hear the boos from the crowds. Shumway's not happy either. They're going to intentionally walk Paige Shumway. Not a bad idea the way she's hitting the ball. She's got 2 home runs and a double in the ball game. Not a bad idea, even though you put a runner at second base. You're going to take your chances there. So Hallie Packard needs to come in now and be mad, saying, hey, you mean you walked her to get to me? Well, I'll show you a thing or two. Swing and a miss, strike 1. So that's the first strike there. And that'll put Hallie Packard with 1 strike as I get everything straightened around on my score sheet. Pitch outside and high, ball. And once again, she'll step back in the box, Hallie Packard. After Packard comes Lexi Carroll and then Lainey Bohannon. Bunt foul, strike 2. And that's another dilemma because you want to try and get through Hallie Packard, Lexi Cannon, Carroll. You don't want to go to Bohannon because she's got 2 home runs in the ball game. So you really want to get this done before Bohannon shows up in the batter's box. Her and Lexi Carroll, Paige Shumway have been killing the ball here today. So Packard steps back in with 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 on a foul tip. I must have had it wrong. They're not sending her to the bench. Even a question by the players out there. They thought it was strike 3 also. And they finally asked the base umpire. He had the call right, like we did, right? I'm asking the official score. They just won't turn and ask us, will they? Yeah, that's the way it goes. But it's another strikeout by the strikeout queen, Chloe, by the way. Second out in the inning. That brings up Lexi Carroll, left-handed batter once again, and Bohannon on deck. Pop up in the infield, second baseman calling for it, standing right where she's at, reaches up and grabs it one hand, so that'll end it in the 7th inning for the Grand County Devils, as that's a fly out to the second baseman for the 3rd out of the inning, and really technically, unless it's tied up for the Grand County Devils. So we'll go to the bottom of the 7th, 11-14. Grantsville's got to have 3 to keep it going. We'll be right back.
At Auto Farm Price Ford, we make it happen for you.
Auto Farm Price Ford has your next truck at the guaranteed lowest price. Auto Farm will not be undersold. The time to buy is now. Auto Farm has a huge selection. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned Ford F-Series, including the unbeatable F-150, no one has more than Auto Farm. Find more great offers and all their inventory online at PriceFordSales.com.
At Auto Farm Price Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, we make it happen for you.
Beaver Valley Hospital continues to offer high-quality health care at the state's lowest price. Beaver Valley Hospital has state-of-the-art laboratory and radiology services, including cutting-edge X-ray and 3D ultrasound. The hospital also provides expanded surgical procedures for orthopedics and laparoscopic hysterectomy. Remodeled patient rooms and long-term care facilities combine with compassionate staff to provide our patients a comfortable and healing environment. Beaver Valley Hospital is a proud community supporter and is pleased to sponsor Beaver High School.
Welcome back to Spanish Fork here. We are in the bottom of the 7th. We have Grand County 14, Grantsville 11. Grantsville has 3 outs to score at least 3 runs. Grantsville will come to the plate with the top of the order. Kenzie Allen comes to the plate here in the 7th inning. Kenzie Allen with a home run, but since that time has struggled. Did get a hit, reached on an error. She got a hit in the 5th inning with an RBI. So that's a first pitch there from Shumway. Steps back in there, does Kenzie Allen. Base runners are needed. Down the third baseline, picked up by the third baseman across the field, and in time to get the out. Close play. Third baseman Hope Shumway dug it out. It was deep by the bag and made a great throw across the diamond to Allie Jones for the first out. Well done. As it looked like it might get by her, but that's 1 out in the inning in the 7th. That brings Ellie Thomas to the batter's box. Turns to bunt, bunts it, pops it up, back to the screen. Foul ball. And trying to do whatever she can to get on base, really is what she's doing here, Ellie Thomas. She has a home run in the ball game. She has a strikeout, 2 strikeouts in the ball game. She's reached on an error in the ball game. So Ellie Thomas here with her 5th at bat here in the 7th inning. Pitch from Shumway, turns to bunt, pops it up again, back against the screen, however, so it'll be just a strike. So 0-2 the count for Thomas. So here we go. Ellie Thomas with 2 strikes on her. Shumway back on the pitcher's stripe. Pitch is high outside, ball 1-2 the count. 1-2 the count. Pitch popped up back here on top of the dome. Hope they have some concrete ceilings on this place. As many balls go bouncing off the top of it. The damage up there must be horrendous. 1-2 the count. So Shumway's back, taking the sign. She's going to step back off. She didn't like what she was seeing, apparently. And Ellie Thomas will step out, take a practice swing for form. Paige Shumway steps back in the circle. Here comes the pitch. Oh, no, you can't form it up from that far out. That wasn't even close. They all thought it was strike 3, but the catcher grabbed that way out in the outside the box and brought it back in. But it's 2-2 the count now. Shumway toes it, brings it down the line. A shot off the glove of the third baseman. That's a rip. Around first base she goes, headed to second, stand up double. That was a rip down that line. Nice effort by Hope Shumway, but just not able to do much but get the edge of her glove on that. That's a double by Thomas. So Thomas at second base. Butler comes to the batter's box. Butler with 3 singles on the day and a strikeout. She's had a great day offensively, so we'll see what she can do here with the runner in scoring position. It's 1 out. Rip, line drive to the shortstop. Line drive out. That was a rip, but unfortunately it was right at somebody, so that'll go down as an out. Second out of the inning. Down to 1 more out. Maya Fields comes to the plate, and she's reached on an error. She's thrown out at shortstop, flown out to right field, and been thrown out by the third baseman. They need more than just her, though. They need her and a couple more. Pitch is going to float across, a little bit high. Ball 1 to Fields. Grantsville season is down to 1 out. They need 3 to tie this up. So Maya Fields steps in. Pitch is going to be outside ball. Did he call that a strike? I missed that. I was looking at the crowd thinking, but did he call that a strike?
He called that a strike.
Okay, 1-1 is the count then. I was fooled on that pitch. Strike 2 is called on the outside corner. The catcher's doing a great job, let me tell you, Lexi Carroll, of framing pitches. She's left-handed, so she can catch that ball out there and bring it back in, and she's doing a great job of it. So down to a strike now, 2 strikes on the batter Fields. Runner at second, down by 3. Pitch high, and jumping up to catch it is Carroll, saves the bag. As she jumps up to grab that one, it's 2-2. And Fields steps back in. She's got to do whatever she can to get on here. Battle, battle, battle. Keep this inning alive. So Shumway steps back on, rocks back, and here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll be the ball game as Maya Fields goes down to a strikeout, and Grantsville just not able to dig back out of the hole that they were into, and unfortunately Grantsville's year is done as they just cannot dig out of that hole. They got down deep, they battled back valiantly, but they'll finish it 11-14 loss. Grand County moves on. Congratulations to Grand County. They move on to play Canyon View. As soon as they can get ready to go here, I imagine they'll start right back up again. Congratulations to Grand. We'll be back.